Welcome back to Beards and Brews. Hey, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe or follow no matter where you're listening. Not only does it help us out, but you'll know exactly when we have another one brewing. Fellas, sometimes you just have to watch a movie that stars Lance Hendrickson, allegedly. This is man's best friend.
Yeah. Number one, Lance Hendrickson, mwah, I love this fucking man. And number two, this is just Jurassic World, but with a dog.
Is it Jurassic World with a dog? I kind of thought of it as like a PG-13 version of Cujo.
For sure. But then again, it kind of cobbles together other stuff. It's almost like the movie is aware of how close to Cujo it is. And when they were editing, it's like, wait, too much Cujo. Quick, put some 90s comedy in there. Kids will love it.
Man, okay. The way that they can't decide whether this is a PSA for animal abuse, a family comedy, or a fucking monster movie with a dog is wonderful. They just flip back and forth with the different vibes, and it's a roller coaster.
Why can't it be all of those things?
Yeah, it's trying something, but it definitely felt like I was going down the road and I would occasionally, hop the curb into another movie and just get right back into it.
Yeah, sometimes I think back to watching this movie. I just watched it last night, but I'll think back to watching this movie, and sometimes it'll be like an episode of Seventh Heaven or something. I don't know why I pulled out Seventh Heaven. Or it'll be Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and then the next thing you know, someone is getting their face mauled.
All these things are correct. I mean, it tries really hard, and deep down inside, there's a skeleton where the underlying story makes sense, but the skeleton is carrying all these other things, and it just reminds me of that fucking meme of that guy can't hold all those limes.
I got so many limes.
It's juggling all this baggage where it really doesn't need to. We start the movie pretty strong. It's like a creature feature. Here comes the big old dog. He comes from the bad science place. You better watch out.
He's from the wrong side of the tracks.
Yeah, absolutely. He's barking up the wrong tree. Whatever. And then in the next scene, he's just in Short Circuit's fucking living room. I'm like, okay, he's family dog now, but with a dark past.
Oh, man. It's Unforgiven, but with a dog. He's like, I killed a man. Hell of a thing. Taking everything he's had and everything he's ever going to have. Woof.
I think I've got something. I think this is Where Beethoven. Where he's Beethoven, lovable, big old chonky boy, loves belly rubs. But during a full moon, he's a Beethoven.
I mean, under that logic, it does kind of make me think all right, we need a movie idea. Lance Hendrickson has that dog. Kind of big. I could probably talk him into something. Yeah. Great stuff. And then the movie just started.
Lance, can you bring your dog back? God damn you. Max is not a fucking movie star.
So we've mentioned Lance Henriksen a little bit. He is technically the star of this, despite getting 6 minutes of screen time, it feels like.
All of which is gold, though. All 6 minutes of it. I fucking love it. Every second he's on the screen, he's just being... Okay, I'm going to steal it just for a moment. 100% Lance Hendrickson, Eric, you brought this up earlier, he knew what kind of movie he wanted to make. And the movie he wanted to make versus the movie that everyone else in this film is trying to make are two completely different fucking animals.
In the 6 minutes that he is on screen, he is making that film.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'll do you one better. There was no fucking way he read any script whatsoever. He just eyeballed it. He walked on the set, he's like, yeah, I know what's happening. Get the fuck away from my dog.
His manager skimmed the script. He was like, oh, yeah, killer dog. He's a lab mutant from this testing place. Yeah, that sounds really cool. Yeah, we'll take it.
And then he's like, does my kid get run over by a motorcycle?
Do I have to go see a hag to bring him back? Trade portions of my soul to get revenge? And they're like, yeah, kind of, but with a dog.
Kinda.
And he's like, God damn you, signs on.
Yeah, well, it sounds like we're ragging on him, but Lance Hendrickson is a great actor. And I say that he hadn't read the script because, his conviction and his lines are far superior than everybody else's. I know this movie's kind of horseshit. It's some fucking science dog chewing on mailman, whatever. I get it. It's silly. But like everybody else is in their own little worlds. Everybody, like the lady from Short Circuit, she's in some like fucking sitcom. The reporter lady, she's on some other fucking planet. And then Lance Hendrickson's breaking down doors with shotguns. He's like, God damn it, give me that dog.
The movie that Lance Henriksen wanted to make is actually just John Wick.
Yes,
It was about 20 years too early.
This is the weakest chapter of John Wick. This is chapter 5 or 6 when we catch up to John when he's in his 60s. He just fucking lost his gourd.
I built this dog in a factory so that I know that nobody could ever kill him, and now he got out, and I gotta go get him before he kills everybody else.
Dude, John Wick is a factory man sounds pretty legit.
That's just the Equalizer.
Oh, you're right. Man, somebody get a Home Depot smock for Lance Hendrickson. Dude.
In his old age, John Wick is taken to smoking Marlboro Reds.
Chain smoking Marlboro Reds.
It never leaves his mouth, and he never has it in his hand, but he always has a fresh one.
Yes. I fucking absolutely love that this movie takes place over the course of movie time. 4 days or something like that. Lance Henriksen never changes his outfit. Not once. Not fucking once.
Well, no, it's because he's so dang distraught over his dog.
No, he never goes home. He's always on the streets, trying to track down this dog, even though the cops are going after him. You got eventually the two ladies are going at. You got dog catchers are going after. You got everybody going after this dog.
Stop it with the fucking Seth Rogen looking goddamn dog catcher.
No, those are absolutely animal control from Parks and Rec. Like, can't be any closer to animal control from Parks and Rec. Except I don't think either one of these guys died from a heroin overdose.
Oof. Well, in that case, they're basically just like the goofs from Ready to Rumble. Fuck this dog.
The dog whips out its laser fucking red rocket, and they're like, "Forward!"
Oh no! So we've talked about Lance Henriksen a good bit, but he is, as we mentioned, not in this movie enough. Who is in this movie enough is the actual lead actress, Ali Sheedy from The Breakfast Club. She gets a lot of screen time.
Too much.
No, agreed. Way too much screen time, and every time she's on screen, I feel that she's just the dumbest person in the fucking room.
Yes.
This dog finds his new home in her place. Well, I'll just say like maybe her boyfriend's place because they have a nice little argument later on. But clearly this thing is not right. This thing is not natural. It's covered in scars. It's fucked up. And it has a temper. And she's just like, oh, boyfriend, let's let me keep. He's so cutesy. Meanwhile, the dog's legitimately barred behind her so it doesn't bite his throat off.
Dude, their first interaction, okay, growing up as a child, as, the viewer, I always saw the boyfriend as a fuckbag. You were like, fuck this guy. I hope the dog gets him. He's the bad guy. But in reality, he's not doing anything. And I truly mean that. He's doing nothing wrong in this entire movie, mind you, besides trying to poison the dog after it's already tried to murder him 3 fucking times.
Yeah, the latter bit makes the most sense in context.
He puts rat poison in steak tartare, and the dog is like, I know that's poison. I'ma fuck you up.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you're right, Brady. Like, this guy was totally on the right page. Yes, his tone was completely wrong. He shouldn't have talked down to her like that. But he turned out to be right. I feel like I can almost put him in the same realm, or at least in the same direction of like Pierce Brosnan from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Okay.
Or Ariel's dad.
Ooh.
Yeah. He was right, by the way.
Okay, but so was this guy. He's talking down to her, but only because he's so stressed that he just came home, opened his fucking door, and this monstrous Tibetan Mastiff, like this is a dog used to hunt bears, rips out and almost eats him, barely restrained by the lead female. And she's like, oh, don't worry, he's going to be our dog. He's like, Jesus Christ, no, don't. And she's like, but baby. And he's like, okay, fluffy. But at least put it in the yard, babe. And she's like, okay, well, I'm just going to let him in so he can almost eat you again 2 times in the same fucking night. He's not wrong. I'd be pissed too.
I like how the dog learns how to open up the doorknobs. First of all, they need to lock their doors. Come on. But the dog knows how to open it. He doesn't even have opposable thumbs unless that's like an extra lab feature, like the claws he grows later.
Yeah, it was a
Yes,
dealer
is.
option.
It was the begging strips upgrade. He'd get him himself, and he can because now he has thumbs.
Was that a part
Oh,
of the sport
man.
package?
I just absolutely love the idea of like this dog just rooting around for just like whatever. Max, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then just it's bacon. And
Oh
then
my
he just
God.
fucking nails him.
So before we actually slip into anything resembling the plot, I do want to say the first thing I have written down when these two ladies get to the facility that they are going to caper from
Yeah.
is, ooh, they have a Wendy's sunroom.
Oh yeah. I remember we
Yeah.
used to have one.
Yeah, get a big old bowl of chili from there and ask for 2 hot sauce packets.
Man,
Wendy's is top
Oh.
tier. Just putting it out there, sponsor us.
Yeah, for real.
Well, I guess to put things in perspective, so Lance Hendrickson, the guy we've been talking about a bunch, he owns this company that just legally, mind you, I mean, morality, whatever, but legally, he's testing on these animals for products like makeup and all this stuff. You know, opinion aside, that's what he does. These 2 reporter ladies are trying to get some story where they can try to sneak in and get some evidence, maybe make some kind of documentary or expose. Fine, I get it. But this whole thing just seemed stupid.
yeah, it's a little much. Like they're in there and they see all the animals being subjected to God only knows what, and they come across this dog, a huge fucking dog with war scars on it, hooked up to machinery. He's got like a battle pack armor thing on him that they take off, and they're like, you know what would be a great fucking idea? Let's take this goddamn thing.
Yeah. Well, that alone, like that's the finish line of silly. But I'm just talking about they broke into this place with a camera, you know, to get evidence, and they're filming themselves like some bullshitter on YouTube, just like, yeah, look at me committing crimes.
Yeah, like I was wondering, this is 1993. Are they going to put this on Instagram or something? No, what are you doing? Film what's supposed to be like bad here.
Yeah. Why are you letting people know you're doing this?
Ooh, get one of me opening the cage.
I want to do the intro right here with Max, and the dog's like hooked up to beep bop bort machines, and there's fucking
Yeah.
mayhem going on.
But you use the word break in pretty liberally. Again, nobody, even in this like what should be a high maximum security lab, nobody locks their fucking doors. Like there's a security guy or something, and he goes inside, and they're just like, all right, I guess we're going to go inside and follow him. What are you guys doing?
It's small town USA. No one locks their doors. Like in Halloween, no one locks their doors there. And even in Halloween 3, no one locks their doors there. Even in that make-believe town that's run by robots. Fuck that movie.
Man, I could use a shamrock shake right now, though.
Oh, yeah.
4 more days till Halloween, Halloween.
Evil dies tonight! No.
Fuck yes!
But I like how when they're in there, there's all these lines of dialogues that are like, oh my god, they're experimenting on endangered species. Oh my god, I'm not even sure this is legal. Of course it's not legal. If it was legal, why would you be there?
Yeah.
It's all a charade. It's a place that looks like it's high security, but really, the passcode is 1234.
Oh, I've got the same password on my luggage.
That's okay. We're all assholes here.
After she steals this Max animal, we get a moment to see that Lance Hendrickson's interactions with the dog. This dog doesn't hate him. It is bonded with him. It listens to most of his commands up until the point that the lady is like, oh my god, Max, I love it. Come on, little boy. And dogs just react to that voice in general.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Lance Hendrickson. I'm going to go run over here and see what this lady's all about. And he goes from loyal guard dog to angry cuck pretty quick.
Lance Hendrickson is like this dog's stepdad. He doesn't love him, but he does respect him. But Ali Sheedy is like a brand new mommy.
Maybe she just smells a lot better. Because, like, the whole scene of Lance Hendrickson belting his voice out, just be like, Max, come back, give him back. Because he loves the dog. Clearly, he has something for him. And dog just like, I don't know. He was in the Breakfast Club. Peace.
It's true.
Listen, it's a brand new stepmom, and she's stuck in the car. He's got to help her.
Oh, no. Stepmom, what are
Help
you
me,
doing?
stepdog. Help me.
Stepdog.
Get the fuck outta here.
And then cut to the bow wow wow yippee-yo yippee-yay.
Oh my god, yes. We get to see that this dog does crazy shit, and by crazy shit, he's a hero. He's a vigilante. He goes out and kills a mugger and retrieves a purse.
Yeah, so there's this mugger who mugs Ali Sheedy's character, takes her purse, runs off, and Max is like, "Oh no, the fuck you didn't!" Chases this guy down, brings her back her purse. Oh, what a good boy, Max. I guess you just chased him off. We never see the mugger again until it's his corpse.
Dun dun dun. Beethoven was straight up just like, I don't know you, that's her purse, and just ate him.
Yes. I wish we could have got a scene like with the cat where he just swallows the mugger whole.
Oh, God.
Man, I have never in my life thought I would see someone deep throat pussy.
I didn't
Bravo, sir.
I didn't know it was possible.
I mean, okay, like we discussed it a little bit earlier, like after like he does the mugger thing and it turns Breakfast Club lady into fucking more stupid lady who loves this dog. There's this like weird scene where he gets like sicked on a cat because he takes orders from this one kid who's in this movie.
Yeah, who is this kid, by the way? He just keeps showing up in Ali Sheedy's apartment.
He's the same kind of guy as he's in The Room. Danny, he just wants to watch people bone.
Like they don't even have kids. Who is he coming into this house for?
Probably sells Pokemon cards.
Oh, gotta catch 'em all.
He looks like
make
an
a
Ash
milkshake real
Ketchum.
fast.
Dude, there's a reoccurring theme, and it is the milkshakes. 3 get made in this movie.
Like I don't know if there's any correlation with that, but going back to the cat scene, this was a choice. So yeah, he chases the cat, haha, cats and dogs, but it winds up swallowing this live cat whole, and the cat wasn't having anything to do with this scene.
The
And it's
cat
just
was
one of
not
those things-
acting.
No, like it's one of those things where like on paper you're like, okay, then the dog and the cat, they have a tussle. Haha, everybody gets it. But like on screen you're just like, ugh, I don't know.
The old lady who owns the cat doesn't even. There's no resolution or no any other. I never spotted a time where the old lady cares that her cat is missing.
Why
Yeah,
would
doesn't
you?
matter.
This isn't Max Cat. This is Max Dog movie. Okay,
I guess
and this
so.
this goddamn chimera killing machine that is 2 seconds from losing its shit and snapping. And all I want is my dog back. Give me my dog, you fucking inept police officers. I called you and you done nothing. Ah, give me my dog.
I do want to say that. Okay, just to get a visual idea out there to the audience, this is a real dog for every other scene. This is a real, just a big ass dog. But for this cat scene, and this dog extends his claws to climb this tree to get to this cat. For just a moment, we get a guest appearance by
you talking
Triumph
about-
the Insult Comic Dog.
Oh,
Because that is who eats this cat. It is just a mask.
You're right.
I love puppet hand monster Max face. It gets used 3 times that I
It
know
does.
of. Once swallowing the cat, which mwah, I give it fucking chef's kiss because this cat is terrified and it's being pulled down the gullet of this puppet dog and it wants none of it. The second time we're treated to Mask O Max is whenever the mailman is like Kasha and hits him with some pocket
Yeah.
Oh,
hits
yeah.
him with the pocket fucking pepper spray, and then the Max
yeah.
Mask grabs his ankle, and they've clearly used tubes to pump blood into the mouth and spraying off the leg. It is gratuitous, like Kill Bill level. It's awesome.
I mean, you said it was blood, but to be honest, it's probably just where he kept all his red Kool-Aid.
Ooh, it
You're
looked like
probably
Tropical
right.
Punch.
He gets like so emboldened by his attacks on the mailman that he even tries to attack our good friend, the boyfriend, and he chases him out of the house, and you get this really close, like I almost chomp your ass bite, and it's just clearly someone's hand in the puppet mask. It looks awful, but in the best way.
Was that my trigger? Did you say the magic
Oh.
word? What I've got here today is from Embolden Beer Company out of San Diego, California. This is a 5.0% alcohol by volume. This is a blonde ale. This is not a complex beer. It is crisp, citrusy. It is drinkable. There's probably a little bit of wheat in there. It is not hoppy whatsoever. This is great for a hot Southern California day like it is today. Thank you, Embolden.
Well, hey, speaking of a surprise hit, good old evil Beef Oven over there is taking a long, hard look at the neighbor's collie.
I
Oh
mean, to
my
be
goodness.
fair, did you see that collie? Lassie can get it.
I love it. But yeah, there's a collie next door or whatever, and old fucking Max is like, look, if I can't get old Ali Sheeny to give it up, I guess I'm gonna have to hit this one.
Well,
And
like the kid on the rollerblades is like, "Hey, I'm going to take this big ass dog over to meet my dog. I bet they'll be friends or something." And the collie is just immediately like, "No, the fuck we ain't. Put me back inside, sir."
I mean, I guess so. I've never. I can't think of any other movie where I heard dogs orgasm.
okay, that's what I was curious about. I wasn't sure, and I know this is gross, and why are we discussing it? But was
It's in
this
the
the
movie.
climax? Yeah, was this the climax of the female dog, or was this like the girth of
Oh.
Max?
I thought
Oh.
it was the female dog like shrieking out in pain or something, like it just split the taint or something. I don't know.
Ooh. There almost should be a scene where Lance Hendrickson hears it just in the distance. It's like, there he is. That's my Max. You get him.
Hey, Lassie, you know what they say about big paws?
Oh god.
They got big claws.
I'm uncomfortable.
Now,
Yeah.
for those listening, it seems like we're just making this shit up on the fly, but this is exactly how this movie was written.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
There's this like middle bit of the movie where like, man, they're really afraid of sagging or like something else, and they're just spitballing, and every idea made it on the screen. Every
Yeah,
fucking
let's-
single one of them.
We've only got like 30 minutes of script. Let's give a lot of things to Max to rip open, like a cat or a dog's vagina or a mailman.
Hey, let's not forget his brief stint as a junkyard dog.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of the junkyard bit, like the movie kind of went out of its way to make it seem like everybody else who wasn't Lance Hendrickson or Breakfast Club, like really shit to dogs.
Oh, true.
Yeah, there's only two dog people in this movie, and it's Lance Hendrickson and Ali Sheedy. Everyone else is a villain.
And the thing is, those are like the opposing forces in this movie. Like you're sort of rooting for one or the other. So I don't get it.
Yeah, it's
And, like-
super weird.
And the script flips all the time, like, well, these feel bad, and now the dog's good, dog's bad, they're good. You know, it doesn't make any sense, and it's not consistent at all.
Yeah, and that was something I was about to bring up. The fact that no matter what's going on, Lance Henriksen is never trying to hurt anyone. He has to tranquilize
No.
a cop. He makes sure he's okay. He checks on him. He don't want to hurt the guy. He keeps finding Ali Sheeny's character, and he's angry at her, sure, but he's not trying to hurt her. He's like, get in the car. Max is about to lose his shit. He's like, all I want is my goddamn dog. What the fuck are you doing? And even at the very end, he saves her life.
Yeah, we do find out eventually that this dog has a timer because he's been giving this dog medicine to sort of keep him, low key, to keep him leveled out. But if he doesn't get his medicine, he turns psychotic. This is the where Beethoven part that I was talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's actually a calculator in the computer, which is crazy in 1993, right? That will tell you, oh, he has at maximum 5 hours, 29 minutes, and 36 seconds before becoming psychotic.
I feel like that should have been brought up way earlier, because it was just like in the last quarter of the movie, and it definitely feels like they were just all putting this together. It's like, wait, we need to like raise the stakes in order for this last bit of movie to make sense. And they're like, yeah, dog's a bomb now.
Raise the stakes.
Dog is a bomb now, yes.
We gotta raise the stakes. Steak tartare?
Right, there you go. It's just
With
called
rat
poison.
poison? Ooh.
Dude, okay. He tries to poison Max and kill him. Max is like not having it, tries to kill him again. Ali Sheeny finally gets the idea, because Max is smart enough to hide the evidence that he was trying to poison him, whatever. Finally gets the idea that Max is maybe a bit too much to handle. Takes him out to a junkyard, drops him off to this guy who I've seen in a million things. He's always the same, like, kind of wormy character. And he's like, I'll take care of him. Don't you worry about it. And then he just immediately, like literally immediately, gets to beating Max with a shovel and burning him with a blowtorch.
You're so right.
Yeah. This guy, man, for a guy who wants a junkyard dog, he sure doesn't want to keep a junkyard dog alive long enough, does he?
No.
It's whatever. The movie's just like, yeah, let's just put enough effort into this guy so he can be cannon fodder. That's 10 minutes.
And that's exactly what he is.
Well, what happened to him? Well, he got his balls eaten off by Max after he burned this wicked fucking Kano scar on him.
I did kind of like the gore in this movie, and that was one of the best examples.
Yeah. But like the best thing that came out of this scene for me is Max's new wicked fucking look. So for the remainder of the movie, Max will always have like this wetness, this grease in his fur from the junkyard, making him look like sickly and, I guess kind of bloody. And then on top of that, we get the treat that right down the center of his face is this wicked burn and his left eye is blinded. He looks fucking scary now, like legitimately nightmare fuel dog. And
Zwinga!
the tone of the movie hasn't changed.
It kind of has, though. It's still all over the place. Like, there's the underlying skeleton with the dog, but then, like, even though he's fucked up, you got Breakfast Club just going, "Oh, he's okay. Come over here, boy. We'll just make a family all over again. You could eat my boyfriend, whatever."
Max probably has a bigger dick.
Oh my god. Okay, so now the boyfriend is doing the logical thing. You got rid of Max. Thank you. You did something for me. I want to do something for you. Sweetheart, I
Right.
got us a puppy. Something small. Something we can take care of that can be our dog that isn't a full-grown killing machine. And she's like, sweet, fuck Max.
I like how you worded it, like, "Yeah, I got this dog because the last one was a murder machine." Ha, that old chestnut.
Yeah, like people forget about shit pretty quick. I'm not gonna lie. There's no way I would be ready to have an animal in the house after any fucking creature just tried to murder me. It cut his brake line, bro. It knew what his
That was,
brakes
oh
were.
my god, that shit was so just out of left field, because like things didn't kind of come together until he was actually in the car driving down the road at that truck. I was like, whoa, what? He what?
Yeah.
So things that we know that this dog knows how to do: A, he can unlock doors; B, he can flush things down the toilet; and C, he can cut brake lines.
And D, fuck bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely fucks.
He will, in fact, afterwards get money as well. So that's part of it. But I didn't know that any of that was going on until Bill Murray at the car garage was like, it seems like your brake line's all messed up. He goes, oh man, was it chewed or swallowed? And he's like, chewed.
All right.
So in case we didn't mention it, this dog is a chimera and it can do whatever it wants, whenever it wants, because, why not?
Basically.
And he can turn invisible like the Predator.
Yeah, I have that written down. Like, they
Yeah.
use the word chameleon, but I was like, nah, that's just the Predator.
Yeah, 100%. Another piece of evidence is like it's just whatever was on the table made it into the movie, and it just services the scene and never the whole picture. It's just like whatever he needs to do right then, he's going to do it, and it just never comes back again.
Yes. And this is the point in the movie, for me, where I have the most chuckles and laughs. So he has scared off the Looney Tunes style dog catchers. And everyone is worried that this dog is, in fact, going to kill someone. They're all on board now. The inept cops are like, yeah, we get it. Lance Hendrickson's like, God damn you. And suddenly, Max is a slasher movie killer. And by that, I literally mean they have cops stationed outside in their car. Max still creeps up the wall, kills people, is in the house killing people. They run outside to get assistance from the guy waiting in the car, and Max has somehow, without damaging the car, ripped out the driver's throat in that classic, officer help, and then they turn his head and it's like, dun dun dun, and there's the reveal.
Yeah. You see, the part of this that gave me the chuckle, and not in a good way, was when the cops are actually chasing the dog. Like, Max has just dispatched the dog catchers or whatever. He's left them, and he's going on down the road, and the cops are chasing him. And like, this has to be the inspiration for Air Bud, right? Because
I
he
sure hope so.
straight up dunks over these guys, jumps
Well,
over
canon
both
now.
of these fucking cop cars.
But whatever. At that point, yeah, I was starting to just laugh at what the fuck ever, because like he's just got superpowers in this scene and none in the next, and he's pissing out Gatorade, melting some dude's face off in one scene, so on and so
yeah.
forth.
How does that work? He
I don't
pees
know.
acid. That's something that is factual, that is canon to this movie. You would think that would do some bad things to your, what system is that?
I don't know, everything, it's acid.
You'd think that would do some really awful things to your urinary tract, right?
He's got that scientifically engineered dick or something. I don't know.
Is that what I got to get one of those.
I believe it. Lance Henriksen has arrived on the scene. He's like, get in the car. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to save the day. Because he's still trying to be the fucking hero. She is flipping shit. Like, leave Max alone. Let me go. And he's like, literally explaining to her in the calmest voice, ma'am, this dog is trying to kill you.
Yeah.
This dog has killed people in your house. We just removed a corpse from this car. I'm trying to lure the dog with you back to my lab where I can properly handle this situation.
Yeah.
And she's still flipping shit. He starts nailing her with elbows, and I fucking lost it.
But see, once more, he made that shit up on the fly. He just start elbowing Breakfast Club in the face. He's like, shut up. I got milk for blood.
Is that why there's so many milkshakes?
He's just got to refuel, absolutely.
All right.
I was just taken aback by the fact that they're driving like 60 miles an hour. Max runs them down, jumps on top of the car, gets onto the hood, smashes his face directly through the driver's side windshield, and attacks Lance Henriksen, who then crashes a car in a spectacular practical effect.
It was good.
In the debris, fucking chef's kiss moment. What happens every time the monster is considered dead? They have to show you he's not. How? Just like the Joker in, the Michael Keaton Batman. The hand comes up. Things like that. There's rubble.
Yeah.
It's moving. Uh-oh. What's coming out? Fucking puppy paw.
Both Max and the puppy turn out fine for the animal lovers out there, just so you know.
This whole ending is just ripped off of Terminator. That's all it is. Like the dog coming through the windshield, and then like the Terminator dog comes out of the wreckage. You got it. This thing even ends in like this factory, whatever, and Lance Henriksen busts in like the T-1000 with the shotgun. He's like, "Where's my goddamn dog?"
For some reason, Ali Sheedy runs it again. They need to lock their fucking doors. This is a lab. It should be like high security, you would think, but she runs in and for some reason just starts knocking stuff about, just knocking things over it. I don't. What do you think this is, lady? This ain't the fucking Breakfast Club.
Dude, I did appreciate that her idea of acting a panic is to run into a room and throw herself around like a Muppet and knock everything she can wherever she can.
It's like Wendy Torrance or something.
She's just swinging the baseball bat around. I'm a victim.
Oh, but yeah, Max eats a shotgun shell, and Lance Henriksen gets knocked onto a dog cage, and the little puppy knocks a cord onto it and electrocutes him, and he's dead. I guess they're going to need a new bitch for the next sequel, but...
Yeah, the whole thing with this little puppy is, like, the boyfriend taught him to, like, play with cords, so he did something. I don't know. The puppy is the real hero here.
Yeah, basically. Another just like ridiculous tone shift. All this nonsense happens. And then like, oop, there's a sequel. It's a puppy.
Is there a sequel, by the way? I don't remember this movie, so I definitely don't remember there being a sequel.
Let's just do it.
I'm with Eric. Let's just do it. We get a hold of Lance Henriksen, and we're like, hey man, we need you for like one day. You can do all your scenes in one day, no wardrobe changes, just yell goddamn you a lot and say get away from my dog. And we're going to have you spliced together with the dog, kind of like Barf from Spaceballs.
No, this is going to be like Full Metal Alchemist. It's going to be half dog, half Lance Henriksen.
Look, anything to get him on set. Like, I'd even be down to be like, listen, Lance, you can just sit down if you want.
Oh, like Seagal.
Yeah, you can even fight from the chair. I don't give a fuck.
We'll give you a wheelchair. That could be part of the plot.
Yeah, the dog put him in the wheelchair, and the whole movie's about revenge.
Oh, dude, now he lives out in Alaska, and his wheelchair is pulled by dogs.
No, I see what's going on. As soon as you said Alaska, I was like, the gray.
Yes.
He just starts punching wolves with his bare hands.
No. He's got to run the Iditarod, but the problem is his dogs keep eating the other sledders.
Oh, yes.
Fine, I'm cool with that. Oh, yeah, the race is already happening, like in the middle of it, so it's kind of like half Alto, half 30 Days a Night.
Ooh.
I fucking love it.
See, we can throw shit together too. That's a whole movie, fellas. Let's go.
What's he spliced with this time, gentlemen? A polar bear and a moose.
Hell with it. I don't care.
Film producers out there, if you listening, give us money to do some of this shit. We funny.
I mean, totally. We can work around a lot of stuff. We can probably even get Liam Neeson. I'd be like, hey, Liam, Be in our movie, and I'll give you a cowboy hat. You can even wear it.
Well, hell yeah, yeah.
Cowboy hat. That sounds lovely.
I was in
Why is
Star Wars. You guys saw that.
Stop
Why
it.
why does your Liam Neeson sound like Batman?
Well, I feel like a lot of impersonations can just be like swept under just like grizzled voice.
Yes.
Yeah, you got like the gravelly voice, and if you throw some like a little bit of southern tang on, it's like, yeah, I make things for Blade. You know, it's the same shit.
They call me Whistler.
But you can call me Whiskers.
And we talk a little bit slower and a little bit lower than you're just Sam Elliott.
Yeah, I was gonna go
Yeah.
Sam Elliott there.
On that note,
That was man's best friend.
yeah, to be honest, this movie is almost offensively unoffensive. It's stupid, but it's such a light watch. I don't want to call it blasé, because it wasn't boring. It almost feels like I just want to throw in a 90-minute movie and get a couple of yucks and maybe watch an actor that I really like. It's just okay.
For me, this is one of those 110% movies where I was young and it was 2 p.m. on a Saturday. It was a shit day. What are you going to do? You're going to stay inside. Tremors isn't on, but by God, man's best friend was. And I love it for that reason.
I was gonna say this reminds me exactly of a movie that would be on a Sunday afternoon on USA. Might
Yep.
be a little bit edited for time, but I don't care. I just want something on in the background while I sit around and play some Magic the Gathering. Hardly ever pay attention to it, but that's okay. I'll look up every once in a while. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's on.
Well, there you have it. That was Man's Best Friend from 1993. If you have any strong feelings about the movie or the show, leave it in that comment section below.
Make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons. Be sure to hit that little bell icon down there too so you don't miss what we have brewing up next.
Get out there and follow us on social media. We got that Facebook, the Twitters, the Instagrams, Reddits. You can find us anywhere podcasts are available. Hell, we're even on YouTube. Give us a listen. Sometimes we're funny. We might not be man's best friend, but if you're very lonely and you need a laugh, we could be your best friend.
Wait till you get that red
God
rocket.
damn you. Oh.
God damn you, be my best friend, Pumpkinhead.
Try something, you son of a bitch.